Good evening. Is there a net control station for this evening's Caribbean emergency in weather net? Juliet 85 Alaska.
Sunday is over F9. Our Village Tamarigua.
Good evening. It's now 6:30 p.m. 30 seconds local time in the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to the evening session of the Caribbean Emergency and Weather Net for today, Thursday, October 6, 2016. I am Net Control Station Juliet 850, located Villa, St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Eastern Caribbean. Operator's name is Kumar, Kilo Uniform Mike Alpha Romeo. The net meets twice daily on this frequency of 3.815 megahertz at 6:30 a.m. Again, 6:30 p.m. local time in the Eastern Caribbean. That is 10:30, again 22:30 hours UTC. The purpose of this net is to handle all forms of amateur radio traffic. The net will call for emergency or priority traffic at its start, and any stations that may be holding emergency or priority traffic are invited to break in at any time. Official weather reports will be presented 5 minutes after the net commences at approximately 10:35 and 22:35 hours UTC. These official reports will be followed by any personal weather observations from amateur radio stations checking in. Now taking a standby, are there any stations that are holding emergency or priority traffic? This is the Caribbean Emergency and the Weather Net. Emergency or priority traffic? Any relay? Nothing heard. Inviting check-ins. Maritime mobiles, aeronautical mobiles. The mobiles call now. Maritime mobiles, aeronautical mobiles. The mobiles call now. The relays? Nothing heard. Inviting stations operating on low power. Those operating under difficult circumstances. Low power stations. Stations operating under difficult circumstances. Any relays? Nothing heard. Stations on short time, unable to state the duration of this for an emergency and weather net.
Into the 4 Charlie. Good evening, Cuthbert. Good afternoon to you, Kumar, and all stations of the 5 kilonet control line. To 4 Charlie transmitted from Central Cuba. There were a rainy day in Central Trinidad, and I was on the clock on the other side along Trinidad. You also see over the Central. Are you 5 times with me? 5 times with me to over yourself?
About 5 and 7 here this evening, Cuthbert. Want to wish you and the family good evening. 7-3. Okay, further station, short time. Wow, that's a nice strong signal, Rocky. Good evening. How are you doing? Right, that's good. Thank you for checking in, Rocky. Nice to hear you. Everything okay with you? Haven't spoken to you in quite a bit. Over.
Roger, Roger. And
yeah, I'll look see you tomorrow evening. Rocky, have a good evening. Break with you. Further station, short time. Any relays? Nothing heard. Roll call will commence from the south to the north, but it's 6:34 already. I probably should take weather. Is there anyone holding official weather report? From the Atlantic Tropical Weather Discussion, National Hurricane Center, Miami, Hurricane Matthew Public Advisory number 35. Issued 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And NHC comments, eye of extremely dangerous Hurricane Matthew about to hit Freeport in the Bahamas. Potentially disastrous impact for Florida. Summary of the 2100 UTC information, location, 26.2 north, 26.2 north, 78.6 west, 78.6 west, about 25 miles south-southeast of Freeport, Grand Bahama Island, and about 100 miles east-southeast of West Palm Beach, Florida. The maximum sustained winds are 140 miles an hour. The present movement is northwest, bearing 325 degrees at 13 miles an hour. Estimated minimum central pressure is 938 millibar, equivalent 27.70 inches of mercury. And I want to read this interesting excerpt from the portion of hazards affecting land. Didn't know this myself. Winds increase rapidly in elevation in a tropical cyclone. Residents in high-rise buildings should be aware that winds at the top of a 30-story building will be, on average, about 1 Saffir-Simpson category higher than the winds near the surface. So that is to say, if it's category 3 at the surface, it could be category 4, 30 floors up. So there you have it, a bit of interesting trivia. That's Tropical Hurricane Matthew. Now the Tropical Hurricane Nicole, advisory number 11. NEC comments, Nicole is a little stronger, expected to slow down and meander. Summary of the 2100 UTC information. Location, 27.5 north, 27.5 north, 65.1 west, 65.1 west. About 330 miles south of Bermuda. Maximum sustained winds 85 miles an hour. Present movement is north-northwest, bearing 330 degrees at 7 miles an hour. Estimated minimum central pressure 982 millibar. Hazards affecting land, comments, surf, swells associated with Nicole, along with rough surf conditions will affect Bermuda for the next few days. And in the tropical discussion this evening, in the Caribbean Sea commentary, this excerpt. A surface trough, I could read the whole thing. A tropical wave is over the eastern Caribbean along 65 west, void of precipitation. A surface trough is, however, just east of the Caribbean from 16 north 55 west, 16 north 55 west to 11 north 56 west, 11 north 56 west. Scattered moderate isolated strong convection is from 11 to 16 north, 11 to 16 north, and between 54 and 60 west, 54 to 60 west, and moving westward into the Caribbean. That's an excerpt from the Atlantic Tropical Weather Discussion, Caribbean Sea Commentary. Barbados Met Services forecast for the Lesser Antilles this evening into tomorrow morning. Synopsis. A tropical wave is affecting the region, and the forecast. Over the windward and southern Leeward Islands, generally cloudy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Generally cloudy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Elsewhere, fair to occasionally cloudy with some scattered showers. Fair to occasionally cloudy with some scattered showers. The wind, Echo November Echo to Echo, east-northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 30, 15 to 30 kilometers per hour, and the sea state conditions described as slight to moderate in open water, 1.5 to 2 meters in height. Locally, a mixed day, hot and humid, submarine, and overcast at this time. Any queries? Jude, any 5 kilo? Nicole is another hurricane. It's been so, I think 2 days now, Ruben, over? Oh. It tracks northwest of the Leeward Islands. It's to the south of Bermuda. It's possibly the only land area it can affect. Over? Thank you, Ruben. Some noise and frequency have you about 4x6 at the moment, but much better copy it this evening. Over?
All right, thanks a lot for the report.
12-3, sir. Anyone else queries on the weather report?
And that's what it is.
That's short TV. Good evening, Eric.
Not a query, Kumar, but Nicole only became a hurricane at 11 a.m. today. Before that, it was a tropical storm. Over.
Okay, well, thank you for that. Maybe I'm getting mixed up. Thank you for that correction, Eric. Over.
No problem.
Any other commentary?
Yeah, well, I will do an analysis if you wish.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, good. Well, yes, I've seen that's what you see. Get in again tomorrow and all on frequency. The tropical wave that some people are calling it a trough and other people are calling it a tropical wave. Anyway, out to the east of the island chain, there's that whole area of disturbed weather in it that's been there for the last couple of days. And it's been alternately waxing and waning. Yesterday it was started developing again last night, and it got pretty big an area again. So there's an area of cloud that stretches basically from the island chain eastward to about 54 or 53 west, and from 17 north southward down to about 10 or 11 north. 10 north would be good, actually. There's some thunderstorm activity and stuff like that. There's a lot of broken scattered clouds, stratified cloud that's not really rain producing. But there are those areas that are very bright on the infrared imagery. Those areas definitely have some rainfall in them. That whole system is moving westward, and that would be the forecast that you read out a short while ago. It looks like it's going to be a wet night for much of the island chain. We had a non-related event there in Trinidad today. We have a thing here called West Coast Convergence. It happens along the west coast of Trinidad in the rainy season at times. This year we haven't had too much of it at all. The little bit that we had was mild, but today we got hit hard. We had two areas of cloud that developed extremely rapidly. The first is up in the north, in the San Juan, Barataria area, and it dumped a pile of rain there and caused a lot of flooding and stuff like that. The second one was down in south, around the San Fernando area. Both of them within an hour of each other, and both of them had very intense rainfall that caused a lot of severe flooding. And we had an instance in the north, the northern one, where the maxi taxi traveling on the bus route was being washed away by floodwaters, and the fire services had to come and rescue the people out of the maxi. They used an extension ladder stretched from the roof of the fire truck across a divider in the highway to the roof of the maxi to get the people out. And after the operation was finished, while they were putting back the ladder, bringing it down, it touched the high tension line, and four firemen have been injured. At this point, I don't know the exact state that they're in, but four of them fell to the ground and had to be taken to the hospital. I have video of this, by the way. Somebody was taking the whole thing from inside a nearby building. So pretty serious event there. Other than that, no casualties otherwise, but lots of extensive flooding, lots of car damage and stuff like that. Cars flooded out and all this sort of stuff. We've had also a couple roofs blown off, a couple of trees, fallen houses, that kind of stuff. So pretty nasty day along the west coast of Trinidad. Other than that, the intertropical convergence zone I'm noting is also very active east of 50 west from about 14 north southward. So far it seems to be staying in that position. It's been there since yesterday, but I'm not sure whether it's going to stay there or not. It may come along towards the island chain, the southern windwards, and so on over the weekend. We'll see how that works. J5K, that's what we see.
904 Charlie Papa, the Caribbean Emergency and Wetnet, Juliet 85 Kilo returning. Well, very sorry to hear about that accident with your rapid response people there. I saw some videos today of sinkholes in Jamaica in the streets and that type of thing. So I don't know, man. And 100 plus is the count in Haiti and climbing over.
Yeah, sure. But the thing is that the people are making a big thing about Jamaica. Jamaica does not in this time around. All of the videos that they're seeing of flooding and all of this kind of stuff are from previous events. Jamaica was not impacted by Matthew. The storm made a sudden turn to the right as it was approaching, and Jamaica had nothing at all. I was monitoring all of the weather stations in Jamaica, and none of them had anything really to produce anything significant. The highest winds I saw
situation if you don't actually know. Anyway, I wasn't aware of that. Maybe the software people got to put time and date stamps on stuff so that you're either responsible for retransmitting it to the new time and date stamp, or you can clearly see its origin. Over.
Yeah, sure. So it's like last night there was this video of this wall. This is not a wall, but an area of black water, a river of black water running down this road around the corner of a building, and there's these cars there, and this woman is holding on to the car for dear life so that she doesn't get swept away. The water is up almost, I think, to her waist or something like that. But that video I saw a month ago, and it's being attributed to Matthew a couple of days ago. I mean, geez.
Yeah, I saw that one too. That's on the videos I saw. You know, people share a lot of stuff with me. I just merely comment on them and passing, but you know, it disturbs you. And you know, when you see somebody like you know, sometimes you have to be sure what you're looking at. And some of the video I've seen coming out the atheists there are terms and correct is disturbing. Over.
Yeah, sure. So I wanted to establish first of all if it was Jamaica. I know that I've seen the video before Matthew. Right, and I looked at the number plate on the vehicle, and it is a Jamaican number plate. So it is an event that happened in Jamaica, but it was not related to Matthew at all.
Right, Eric. Thanks for that observation there. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we've grown up. We're over 18. We got to do better than that. So you know, I mean, it's not us probably in ham radio, but you know, people get a coin or a word. They get naughty. It's probably actually criminally negligent. Perhaps I don't know. Okay, Eric. I want to thank you for your analysis, sir. Wish you good evening, you and family. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Cool. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening. I'll be listening to the 85K9 that's what CP.
7-3. Anyone else? Official weather, personal weather observations. Come now.
True, that's 7-3 with the Alpha.
It's 7-3 with the Alpha. Highway.
Yeah, good evening, Kumar. Just, well, I was just correct. Okay. The gun is going 80, 283, and that's the point in the southern department. 283 in the southern department. And the homeless is 34,619 over.
Okay, I copy 283 in the southern department and 34,619 homeless, I guess, in the same area. Over.
Roger. That's the information I have from ATO.
Okay, copy. Well, I've just been following on the news on BBC. That's what I saw before I started this. Over.
So yeah, I'm also on CNN and close to my feed, and I realized that the way behind but I'm getting that from Asian media. Over.
Yes, of course. Well, you know, you have the added advantage of understanding the French or French Creole language. I'm completely lost in anything except English. Over.
Yeah, I thought that. Just I'll pass that on and
Thank you, Wayne. And that is when this MP3 was after relating that out of Haiti, 283 confirmed dead in the southern department, 34,619 homeless, according to officials there. And of course, we have to wait to see what happens in the rest of the country. Anything else, Ross Wayne? Would you like to go ahead with that traffic?
Negative. No, nothing else. Just listening. Over.
Right. Thank you for your presence on frequency, sir. I want to wish you and the family good evening. Great to at this moment. Before we commence roll call south and north, anyone else short time? Okay, nothing heard. Commencing south of the island chain. Inviting check-ins on the South American main and the WeatherNet. Good evening to Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana. Any relays? Nothing heard. Good evening to Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. Check-ins, ABC Islands. Any relays? Nothing heard. Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Further check-ins for the emergency and WeatherNet. Check-in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good evening
Good evening again, John. Go ahead, please.
A very good evening to you, net control of the Eastern Phone Station Voices. You have about 30 dBs over S9 in North Trinidad. Real traffic, very hot day today. Lunchtime we had a heavy downpour. I thought the feeder man of Matthew had set his hands down here, over.
John, trust me, you don't want that at all. I saw some traffic on WhatsApp over the Jamaica with it today. The guys are getting a little bit concerned about the feeder van from Matthew hitting that portion of Jamaica. So it can be quite unsettling. In fact, one gentleman said 500 birds were flying in advance of the rain that was coming, and that disconcerted him. So thank goodness it's probably just the ITCZ, John. Over.
Roger, take care. I'm standing by and listening, over.
Okay, John, break with you. Wish you and the family good evening. Trinidad and Tobago again. Any relays? Nothing heard. Good evening to Grenada, Carriacou, City, Martinique. Urgent emergency and weather.net.
Juliet 39, Juliet X3.
J39, Jack, night Floyd.
I give it to you, Kumar, J5 Kilo. Good evening to all of frequency. Not much, Kumar. We're just checking in with you. Quite a hot day here. We wish everybody a pleasant evening, over.
Thank you, sir. Want to wish you and the family a pleasant evening. Nice signal, 5912 business. 73.
73, Kumar. You have a nice signal, sir. 59 plus 20. Good audio. 73, have a good night.
Thank you, sir. Nice audio likewise. Grenada, Carriacou, City, Martinique.
Juliet 39, Kilo Whiskey. That's all for tonight, Kumar.
Okay, 39 Kilo Whiskey. There was another station there. Who is it? You realize? Or is that another conversation on the net frequency?
Kumar, it sounds like a next conversation.
Thank you, Floyd. I don't understand people. We're trying to run an ENCOM net, emergency communication. How is the net controller or anybody else listening to net able to know if you can't hear properly and people will come and have a queue and they can't hear the net controller? And, why do you think that I mention the name of the net every island I call? Because I want people to know that it's a specialized net that is calling, just not any social net or a RAC2 net, and it's an ENCOM net. Anyway, what are you going to do? J39 Kilo Whiskey, good evening, Rudolph.
J5 Kilo, 39 Kilo Whiskey. Well, after that, good evening to you on frequency, net control. Good evening to you, twice. Today, I realize, the temperature dropping here now, so we're having a cool evening breeze, and feeling very nice. So more or less, you're booming across here, man, as though like you have no respect for noise. So I want to take a ride with you and just keep you on there going. So just take the name of the Lord and we're going down the road.
Thank you, Rudolph. Want to wish you and the family good evening, sir. Thanks for joining and break with you. Grenada, Carriacou, City, Martinique again. Any relays? Nothing heard. Good evening, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Caribbean emergency and weather.net. Check in SPG. Any relays? Nothing heard. Juliet 85 Kilo, Caribbean emergency and weather.net. Taking check-ins. Barbados. Check-ins. Barbados. 836 Bravo Echo. I have you handy. Who's the other station, please?
This is Radio Fox.
Have you there, Andy? 836 Bravo Echo. Good evening, Andy.
Juliet 85 Kilo, right control, 85 Bravo Echo. Regular to Kumar, all on frequency. We have no traffic. Have a good night.
Thank you, Andy. Want to wish you and the family a good evening, sir. Break with you. 86 RF. Hi, Andy. How are you going?
Yeah, thank you. Very good evening to you, Kumar. Good evening, all on net. Just have my area, not long ago home. The rain has fell in my area, but I'm away from work. No rain, right?
Okay, Andy, thanks for joining this evening. You might get some rain there. I think I'll read it from Barbados Net Services. I think some isolated on the showers later. Over.
Roger.
Right, take care. Regards to the household. Barbados again, please. 836 Echo Radio. Hi, Gary. How are you doing?
Very good. Command, 85 Kilo, 836 here. No particular traffic at this end. Your 5 minutes over.
Thank you, sir. 5 and 9 here. Good signal. By the way, Gary, your spot is still there as net control station. Could you request it? We always need additional help. So if you have a mind to, okay?
That's not on that. All right. Well, that's what I
Thank you, Gary. Regards to the home circle break with you. Barbados again, please. Relays. Nothing heard. Juliet 85 Kilo, Caribbean Emergency and weather net. Taking check-in. St. Lucia. 69 Alpha Mike, a moment, please. Jerome, who is the other station? 69, yes, a little bit light with me, Franz. Go ahead. All right, now take care and regards to police and the household. Break with you, friend. 69 Alpha Mike, good evening, Jerome. Thank you for your presence and frequency, sir. Want to wish you and the family a good evening. Break with you, 69 Alpha Mike. St. Lucia again.
Julia 69 Fox Tango.
69 Fox Tango. Tony, show them how you do it. Good evening, sir.
Pleasant good evening with you, Kumar, Joel, and frequency. Sort of a mixed day today. This morning it was quite sunny and hot there, but this evening there were a couple of showers there. Cool down the day, man, right?
Right, out Tony, 59 cluster. Have a good evening. Regards to the household. 7-3.
Everything is all about have a pleasant evening.
Thank you, sir. St. Lucia again, please.
Juliet 69 Charlie Uniform.
69 Charlie Uniform. Highland. Thank you for your presence, Lynn. Everything is okay for the moment. A light shower here as we do net, and want to wish you and the family a good evening. 7-3. St. Lucia again, please.
69 Alpha Kilo 1.
J69 Alpha Kilo. Hi, Matthew. How are you doing?
Good evening, you come out. Good evening, we're not going to go back to the other shower. We want to the other additional
Right, Matthew. Remind me never to pick an argument with you, sir, because it seems that people named Matthew are very, very serious folks. Over?
Well, you want to call it that if it's over?
It would be. All right. Well, there you go, Matthew. Regards to the home circle. 7-3, sir. Okay. St. Lucia again. Any relays? Sure. Go ahead. That's your name likewise?
Nicole is my niece. Over.
Okay, all right. Will do. All right, well, there you go. Matthew and Nicole. Any further check-in? St. Lucia? Can you realize? Nothing heard. Juliet 85 Kilo, Caribbean Emergency and weather net. Looking for check-in. Martinique. Check-in, Martinique. Further check-ins, Dominica. Good evening, Austin. How are you, sir? It's 7-3 Alpha Hotel. Thank you for joining, Austin. A pleasure to hear you. Want to wish you and the family good evening. Break with you. Dominica again, please. Any relays? Nothing heard. Juliet 85 Kilo, Caribbean Emergency and weather net. Taking check-in. Guadalupe. Check-in. Guadalupe. Good evening, Montserrat. Check-in, Montserrat. Good evening, Antigua Barbuda. V2 on Charlie Delta. Hi, Rex.
Good evening to you, Kumar, on frequency. We had a nice day today. Sun was out, got some cold in the afternoon. Other than that, no rain on my side.
Thank you, Rex. Have a good night. Likewise, 6 day on St. Vincent. Hot and humid, then some rain, and we have showers now into the evening. Want to wish you and the wife a good evening, sir. 7-3. Antigua Barbuda again. Any relays? Nothing heard. Juliet 85 Kilo, Caribbean Emergency and weather net. Taking check-in. St. Kitts, Nevis. Check-in. St. Kitts, Nevis. Martin, St. Barthélemy, Saba, and St. Eustatius. Caribbean Emergency and weather net.
Papa Juliet 5 Kilo Bravo Fox.
Papa Juliet 5 Kilo Bravo Fox. Good evening, Kurt. Lovely signal. How are you?
Very well, Kumar. Very humid day today on this end. Very humid day. No rain at all. Everything is okay there. Go ahead.
Thank you for the report, sir. Want to wish you and the family a good evening. 7-3.
73.
Alberta check-in. St. Martin, St. Bart, Saba, Stacia. Any relays? Nothing heard. Juliet 85 Kilo, Caribbean Emergency and weather net. Looking for check-ins. Anguilla. Is that you, Ira? Okay, you can go ahead and give it if it's weather. Some will copy. I will stand by. Go ahead. Thank you, Ira. If anyone has a query for Victor Papa to Echo Italy Hotel, please call him directly. Well received, Ira. Wish you a good evening, sir. Catch you in the morning. 7-3. Okay, Anguilla again. Any relays? Nothing heard. Juliet 85 Kilo, Caribbean Emergency and weather net. Taking check-ins. British Virgin Islands.
Contact.
Go ahead, John.
Can I get Papa Juliet 5 Kilo Bravo Fox at the gun? 3.825.
Well, call him John. See if he's hearing you. Curtis is still on frequency. Papa Juliet 5 Kilo Bravo Fox. Papa Juliet 5 Kilo Bravo Fox. Juliet 85 Kilo calling.
Okay, so maybe one again. Over. Take it.
Right, no problem, John. Next time, just break that directly and we'll put you together. Juliet 85 Kilo, Caribbean Emergency and weather net. Looking to check in. British Virgin Islands, Tortola, Virgin Gorda, Anacada, Johnson Dyke. Any relays? It kills me here when it's QRM and I can't hear clearly what's happening. Good evening to the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico. Good evening, Tony. KP2Z, go ahead. Right, Tony, thank you for being there. I want to wish you and the wife a good evening, sir. 7-3. All right, further check-in. St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, Puerto Rico. Any relays? Nothing heard. Juliet 85 Kilo for the emergency and weather net. Taking check-ins north and west of Puerto Rico. Looking for check-ins. Dominican Republic and Haiti. Come now. Dominican Republic, Haiti. Good evening, Jamaica. Check-ins, Jamaica. Good evening, Cayman Islands, Cuba. Check-ins, the Cayman Islands, Cuba. Check-ins, Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos. Good evening, Bahamas. Check-ins, Bahamas. Check-ins, Belize. Check-ins, Belize. Any relays? Nothing heard. That completes the roll call from south to north. We have 21 check-ins thus far, taking check-ins anywhere in the island chain.
9 Zulu 4 Juliet Alpha Golf.
9 Zulu 4 Juliet Alpha Golf. Good evening, Brahmi.
Very good evening there, Kumar. I just got in the QTH. There was lots of traffic, of course, the little bit of rain we got here in Trinidad caused a lot of havoc, so I don't know if we get plenty rain, what will happen, but right now, I just got home there. I just had some dinner, some nice boiled and fried yam with some tomatoes. So just checking in there. Put my name on the call sign on the log there, over.
Thank you, Rami. Like, I got to add you to Ken Sargent, 9Y4KS, and John when it comes to giving us a meter report when you check internet. Good evening to you, sir. You and family have a good one. 7-3.
Roger.
What's that?
Go ahead, John.
904 Juliet, Alpha Golf, Calicia, flight 3, that's about 25, over.
Roger, that. Control, we just went to 3.825.
Okay, 924 Juliet Alpha Golf, 924 Delta Tango to 3825. Further check-ins anywhere in the Allen chain. Please, go ahead, please. I think that was Juliet 66 Alpha India Stand on St. Lucia. I'll need a relay. He's in my noise level.
I think I had my power down low there for me.
Much better, Stan. You're testing me, boy.
I was actually testing it. I wanted to know what things I can do or not do. But however, I'm checking if there was negative traffic there from me.
Right, Stan. Thank you for joining. Anything else? Right, 7-3, sir. Regards to you and family. Further check-ins anywhere in the Allen chain? Any relays? Okay, this is the check-in list. 904 Charlie, Cuthbert, Trinidad, Kilo Victor 4 Charlie Fox, Rocky, St. Croix. 839 Delta Echo, Ruben, Grenada, 904 Charlie Papa, Eric on Trinidad with official weather and observations and reports out of Trinidad this evening. CSM3 with the Alpha Wayne and Dominica, he indicated that the latest report from Haitian radio indicates that the officials have said 283 confirmed dead in the southern department, 34,619 are homeless. That was around 22:49 Zulu when I took that report from Wayne. So that's the situation unfolding on Haiti, a much larger number than reported by some of the international news agencies like BBC. 924 Delta Tango John on Trinidad, J39 Juliet X-Ray Floyd, J39 Kilo Whiskey Rudolph Grenada, 8P6 Bravo Echo Hindi, 8P6 RF Handy, 8P6 Echo Radio Gary on Barbados, J69 Delta Sierra France, J69 Alpha Mike Jerome, J69 Papa Tango Tony, J69 Charlie Uniform Lynn, J69 Alpha Kilo Matthew St. Lucia, Nice Turnout St. Lucia, J73 Alpha Hotel Austin, Dominica, 321 Charlie Delta Rex Antigua Papa Juliet 5 Kilo Bravo Papa Curtin St. Eustatius, Victor Papa 2 Echo Italy Hotel Iron Anguilla who brought official weather, Kilo Papa 2 Zulu Tony Puerto Rico 904 Juliet Alpha Golf Rami Trinidad and J66 Alpha India Stan on St. Lucia. Barbados Met Services reports the region synopsis, a tropical wave is affecting the region and the forecast of the windward and southern Leeward Islands. Generally cloudy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Elsewhere, appeared occasionally cloudy with some scattered showers. The winds, east-northeasterly to easterly, 15 to 30, 15 to 30 kilometers per hour. And the sea state conditions slight to moderate in open water, swells are 1.5 to 2 meters in height. 708 locals, about 23:08 hours UTC. Late check-ins, any other traffic for an emergency and weathernet. 839 November Oscar. Hi, Davis.
Hi,
Thank you for checking in. Davis, want to wish you and the family good evening. Number 24 on the list. Break with you. Auto late check-in. J35X3. Hi, Derek. How are you doing?
Not too bad, cool. I thought you told me you were as a kite flyer in your young days, or what?
Yeah, I used to fly. Well, here's the thing now. When you fly kites in Ghana, the fellas used to fly on a razor blade on the tail and cut away kites. And I remember one time, the parents of a friend of mine, they built a 6-foot kite, and 3 of us holding on to it, and the kite walking us down the park, Derek, over.
That would happen when you do such a big kite. But I said that, or I asked that question to say to you that you should have known that the higher up you go, the more breeze you get, man, over?
I knew that, but I didn't know it would change by a whole Stafford Simpson rating in 30 stories. I on the ground. It's probably 430 stories up. Over.
Oh, well, I didn't know the formula either. So there you go. James, I kill on the CEWN Gate 35 lecture. No traffic, but good evening to all. More just sad stories in Haiti. Gate 35 lecture, centric.
Thank you, Derek, for joining us this evening. Want to wish you a good evening, sir. Break with you. Auto late check-ins, any other traffic, Caribbean emergency, and weathernet.
P6 Bravo.
P6 Fox Bravo. Hi, Desmond. Just a moment. Who's the other station? Papa 2 Echo Italy Hotel. Recheck. Go ahead, Ira. The source of that is officials on Haiti. Wayne has been monitoring the local Haitian FM radio stations, and the officials on Haiti reported 283 dead in the southern department and 34,619 homeless. Break. QSL 283 dead, 34,619 homeless. Okay. Welcome, sir. Break with Victor Papa 2 Echo Italy Hotel. 86 Fox Bravo. Good evening, Desmond.
Good evening to Kumar and all of frequency. We have no traffic. Heart goes out to the people who have lost loved ones and affected in Haiti. But to get here at Caribbean people, you'll see how we can do the Caribbean shelter system. No further traffic. Kumar 73.
Thank you, sir, and want to wish you and the family a good evening. Further check-ins, further late check-ins, any other traffic, Caribbean emergency and weathernet. Go ahead.
You have a station to Trinidad here. 904 Bravo comes here.
Okay, we will stand by with info. Say again, John.
The neighbor checked in, but the noise covered him up. I think his phone call sign was 904 Bravo comes here.
Okay, so that is Gary, 904 Bravo Golf Sierra. I forget what the new call is now. Maybe it's 9. I don't know. Gary, go ahead, please. 904 Sierra. Gary, go ahead.
Somebody Kuma. Yeah, Gary. Your signal is 9 here because am I right by you? But a lot of noise. Kuma might not be hearing you. Over. Okay, Kuma, you say you want me checked in and have a pleasant day. And Gary, where's the new call sign again? Okay, 904 Sierra, Kuma, the new call sign. Over.
Okay, John, 904 Sierra is noted, number 27 on log. And thank you, Gary, and thank you, 904 Delta Tango for the net relay. Break with you both. Just 73 with Alpha info. Go ahead, Wayne. So now, Ira might want it. You want to call him, see if he needs it, and when that is finished, you guys can pass that info. Go ahead. Say again. He's very weak. All right. He's good on email, so maybe you can look at him on QRC and send it via that way after he's Wayne. Over. Thank you. Clear with J73 Whiskey Alpha. Further late check-ins. Any other traffic? J39 November after recheck. Go ahead. That is correct. All that information regarding Haiti. Over. Again, David.
I have to say, 283. What's the homeless figure?
Okay, the homeless 34,619. 34 and break. Right, Davis, 89 November, after break with you. Late check-ins, any other traffic, Caribbean emergency and weathernet. Okay, nothing further heard. I'd like to thank all 27 stations that took time to sign with Nets. I want to commend both the St. Lucia. Nice turnout from both of those islands. Good up, guys. Next session is the next 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, 10:30 hours UTC on this frequency of 3.815 megahertz. Just about 7:15 local, 23:15 hours UTC, securing this session of the Caribbean Emergency and Weather Net, using this frequency for normal amateur review. 7-3, good evening, Juliet 85 kilo.
Okay, come on, take care. 39 kilo whiskey, 9 Zulu 4 Delta Tango, over. Rudolph, I thought you so Kumar, you're going along with it. Juliet 39 kilo whiskey, 9 Zulu 4 Delta Tango, over.